It's raining cats and dogs out there, so I'm sorry if you cannot hear me. I wanted to make a video exploring mental addiction and needing validation. I think these two topics coincide with one another. And okay, let's dig into it. I'm just gonna say what comes to mind, so if it's not gonna be perfect. I think, okay, first of all, have you ever sat with yourself in silence and observed your mental habits? Whether it be your internal dialogue or just the way you navigate through this world on a mental level. I have an inkling that the mind is never satiated. It's always looking for more. You know what I mean? Through its beliefs, through its ideas, through its assessments, its judgment, and it's constantly looking for validation. So I think that's why a lot of people are addicts to information, you know, in all ways, shapes, and forms. So I think like the new trend, which is pretty obvious, is staring at a screen. So it could either be your cell phone, an iPad, a laptop computer, a television screen, just staring at a screen. Because the mind is constantly wanting to absorb new information, new experiences, new angles, new sensation. Did I say sensations? You know, so it's never satiated. That is why people are running in all sorts of directions and running. Like you don't see people just kind of like learning to just enjoy the moment and just sit down and relax without any plans, without any expectations, without any time regulations. You know, most people cannot even fathom doing such things. The thing is, if you're constantly running around, you're never going to be aware of your mental addiction. And then the reason I tie this in with needing validation is, for instance, through my personal experience, I'm sure everybody has their own experience, whether they care to admit to it or not, whether they care to be aware of it or not. I have a tendency to outlet a lot of the how do I say? I outlet a lot of what I'm thinking about, a lot of what I'm feeling, a lot of what I come across on social media. And it's predominantly meant to be thought-provoking. I don't necessarily post like what I ate or who I'm with or I don't know, I don't predominantly post that. I post stuff that, like I said, is thought-provoking or reminders to, remember to be true to yourself and question your current reality. Are you living your life or are you living someone else's life? So that's what I'm into. But then I noticed, there's a couple of things that I noticed. I noticed, number one, I was addicted to consuming information and addicted to posting it. I also noticed that to some extent I was basing my value and my worth on the amount of likes and comments that I got on my posts. And because I had exerted so much energy, time, and effort into creating my post, when it didn't get as much likes as I had anticipated or expected, I found myself getting a little disheartened, discouraged, and disappointed. And those to me were triggers to kind of like wake me up into becoming aware of this habit, belief, or tendency, you know? And then I feel like you can't work on like deconstructing habits or belief systems unless you have that kind of awareness. If you're not even aware, I mean, you can't even really attend to it, you know what I mean? So yeah, those are a couple of things, and then I kind of pieced the two together, how like, you know, mental addiction, needing validation coincide with one another. They basically hold hands. So now I'm at a point where, okay, what do I do to alleviate this? I'm not 100%, it's not 100% clear to me yet, but I'm definitely going to proactively take steps to kind of change my course to something that is more constructive, you know, because whenever you need external validation, that is a telltale sign that you need more of your own validation. You need to be like acknowledging your value and worth, you know? And then also the addiction part. It's like, why am I constantly consuming information? Is it ego driven, or is it something that I enjoy, so I should just keep doing? Or is it, you know, an outdated system that I really need to maybe stop participating in? You know what I mean? So I think it's a combination of three. You know, like there's a part of me that wants to impact the world in some way, shape, or form. And so I'm using my social media outlets as a way to do this. And it's something I'm passionate about. But at the same time, if it's like consuming most of my life, then I kind of need to step back and reassess everything. So that's where I'm at. And I'm just trying to understand this dysfunction more. You know what I mean? It's not good or bad, right or wrong. It's just changing course. You know, you're steering your own ship and you're the captain. And so you need to, you know, decide in which direction you want to sail. So, yeah, that's just my little food for thought. Blessings to one and all. Amen.